Okay. Now, does anybody else ride her but you? Okay. Have you ride her, Morrisly?
I do.
Have you noticed anything on the right hind?
No.
Okay. Well, she's a little swollen there, and I do not.
Oh, really? Where?
It's right down here, and it's in the area of the deep digital flexor tendon.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, and it's not terribly sore. She's a little sensitive, but not terribly sore. Feel.
When I was washing it,
Oh, yeah, I feel it.
You
I
feel
feel it.
it?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
I don't remember it, but I don't. I'll look at the records, but I do not remember it. So it might be something she's done, but it's not terribly sore, and it doesn't feel hot. And a lot of things, exercise is good for a lot of stuff. And if she starts giving me a lot of trouble, and do you keep her here?
yes.
Yes.
Okay, so other people can watch when you're riding her and see if she's limping.
Okay.
Sometimes it's hard to feel.
Okay.
Noticed last week, it took her longer to warm up. She was off on one of the front legs,
Okay.
which could have been from the back.
She was good.
Yeah, and even especially warming out of it's really good. And the trouble with putting everybody in a bed when they get hurt a little bit is that you don't get a lot better. If you're not terrible, you should kind of keep working. So a little bit of walk trot probably ain't gonna hurt her.
That's all she does.
That's all I do.
Yeah. I figured you weren't roping on her,
No.
Weekend.
Somebody did that before
Yeah.
and she didn't like it.
Some like it, some don't. I've had horses that you couldn't keep up, cow. Man, if that cow took off, that horse is right after him. Another horse, I've got one horse, and Helen says that she doesn't know cow. She doesn't understand cow. And the cow can do it. She wants to know Betty. She's like, yeah, well, so what? My other horse, that cow does it. He goes, I'm going to get him, Doc. They're all different. They're all different. Okay, so I'm going to, I might squish you. Yes, because I think they're all the way over.
Yeah.
Now she won't. Now there she goes. She's gonna go all the way over. And I do have to warn you too, since you came in, that some of my stories, if they get out in the public, somebody will come and probably kill you. Just so you know.
Oh, that'll be good.
Yeah. I mean, if you live through it, then you got a better story.
Yeah, my dad worked with the mafia, so I'm used to it.
Yeah, me too. That's what I drove with. Oh, you better cut that. That's got to. Yeah.
She tries to be real polite. She's very considerate.
Oh, she is. She's nice. Very nice. She's real stiff. Real stiff.
Yeah.
Whereas he wasn't.
Yeah.
He was nervous. She's stiff. Big difference. And they act almost the same though. We can really work on her ribs. There we go. A little bit.
Yeah. You like that? You like that?
See how she wants to know what I'm thinking. And I can lie to you, I can't lie to her. She smells my hand and the pheromones will give me away. And a lot of horses will smell you. I've seen them smell people and turn around and kick them. You know what they smell like? Bullshit. Says I spelled that. That's bullshit. I'm gonna kick you.
That's beautiful.
Saying I like this.
Yeah. You want to be honest with them,
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
And they really hate being somebody that's scared. They don't hate it. It scares them to death. Because if you're scared, there must be something going to eat you.
Yeah.
And if you're scared, then it must be close. So they'll just buck you off, get rid of you. And when I was younger and I rode some pretty rough horses, if I didn't feel like I was what they call it, top of the walk that day, I wouldn't get on. Because if I felt the least little bit of insecurity, I'd be on the ground. And they would feel it. And then you get on that same horse next day and you feel like you're so tough. That horse says, oh yeah, what do you want to do? You get on, you're kind of nervous. They go, well, you're off. You're out of here. Yeah, and they all get over it eventually. But you're riding 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds and they're all a little snuffy and eat too much alfalfa, All right, little girl. We're gonna walk her back a little bit. There we go.
Wow. That's amazing.
And that uses her own muscles. The The latissimus dorsi. Latissimus dorsi comes up here and it interacts with some of the muscles up here, and I can actually adjust each part of the back with her weight when that weight comes down.
Sweet.
So we just needed it on that side. We don't need it on this side, so I'm going to check her neck now. And so the legs, they're always worried about a wolf, I think. It's the wolves. I've been told that I go for their back, so the wolves will grab the hind end of the tower or horse. That's how they bring them down, and then they kill them. So you're a threat in their hind end, and their instincts, make them, I guess, react like a wolf, But the big cats will break their necks. So a lot of horses are they're really worried about you manipulating their neck. So we take it really easy with them. And a lot of horses get to where they don't care, but she's worried a little bit about her neck. And it could just be because she thinks I'm gonna break her neck and eat her, which I told her I would. Or she could really have a problem with her neck. So we gotta figure that out. Here we go. So it looks like 5, 6, 7 are pretty stiff. The pole's good. 2 and 3 are good. So I can sometimes get all 3 of those at once. You see how I changed my angle as I went through. She's happy. She's looking and chewing. So she's either saying, "Oh my God, that was a great adjustment," or she's saying, "Thank God you let go of my neck." I don't care which one she's
Probably
saying.
both.
Probably both. Yeah.
To me, what impresses me is
I'm going to turn the fan off for a minute.
You'd always think that. Yeah, unplug it, I think.
Just for a minute,
Yeah. No, they're always thinking. They're always thinking.
in case you got a good story to tell.
Yeah.
her more than most. She just. There we go.
So you were saying last you tell stories so the horse stays calm?
Well, so I stay calm, and then the horse stays calm.
Oh, okay. That's the way it works.
Yeah, I'm a bullshitter. So I got expelled in the 4th grade from bullshitting.
I got kicked out of kindergarten.
There you go. You beat me by 3 years, 4 years. Yeah, no, I just rattle on, and then I'm really relaxed. And then my wife, if I say the wrong thing to the wrong person, she calls up Vito, and then they have a car wreck. And hopefully before they read anything I said, but so far I've been pretty good. I haven't said anything here that we'd have to terminate anybody over. Oh, right. Had an audible on that. Did you hear it? Yeah, that's a good one. So I got the adjustment right as she turned. She actually helped do it. So, and that was C3. That's C3, a little bit higher up right here. And then I didn't get 4, 5, or 6, or or 7. So I checked those. Yeah. All right. He thinks you can get out of it. So there's definitely something going on down here.
She's pretty polite. You could probably look at the carrot and get her to reach around for a carrot.
You could, but then that's a bribe. I've known people that kill their own mother for a bribe. And so worse does with the bribe with that carrot is they overuse all the good shit and they still can't use the bad shit. Okay. I'm looking for the bad shit. I'm just looking for bad shit. I don't care about the good shit. So that's why I don't use carrot. It's a bribe. Offer me enough money, God knows what I'd do. I wouldn't do it for a carrot though. All right. So we're doing real good, but I want to find those bad spots. And that's what we're finding. Yeah. And you know, we just take our time, and she has a lot of considerations about this. She's thinking, you know, he's great. I don't know what she's thinking. Um, 4 or 5. I did 3, 4, 5, and 6 are questionable. But you'll be surprised. Sometimes you just wait for him. They go, oh crap, you know. I guess I'll just, and then they just turn everything's perfect. But you got to wait. They can look pretty good when that girl. So we're almost there. It takes what it takes. You know what I mean? Here, takes what it takes.
You might go there to reach around for his hip bone. He'll reach all the way around for his hip bone,
Yeah.
waiting for the carrot.
Oh yeah. And you know, interestingly enough, even a horse with a bad neck can scratch their butt. You know, because they've got all these they can do. Yeah. So I got those. That was good. And yeah, and you know, some horses can't even reach here. They're really messed up, but they're all through here. So let's check her thyroids. Okay.
Would any of this relate to the soft stool diarrhea?
Probably not. You know, if they have normal stool and then really watery stool, we used to say they had watery stool, intermittent watery stool. Now they have a name for it. All these young veterinarians, I don't know what the name is because I keep forgetting it, and I'm a little arrogant. And if I get to practice for 40-something years and not use that name, I don't need the damn thing. But anyway, they have a name for it now. And but a lot of times that's an ulcer in the colon, and there are 2 amino acids that are needed to heal that. And there's, believe it or not, oat flour and baker's yeast will supply those 2 amino acids in enough quantity that they'll heal. Now, if that's true, which I don't know if it is or not, it's just what I've read, right? And by people that supposedly know what they're talking about. But if that's the real reason, it doesn't really matter to me, because if I put them on oat flour and baker's yeast, they quit doing it. It gets something to get better. So whatever the hell's doing it, I like that little explanation. Somebody supposedly did some research and supposedly wrote the truth, and that sounds good. It may or may not be true, but I'll tell you what, you put a lot of those horses on it, and the 80% it all gets better. And they just have no food. Now there are other types of diarrhea, of course, and different things have to be done. But yeah, it's does he have that? Does she have that? Water than normal stool?
Little bit, yeah.
A little bit.
And it's been for months.
Yeah.
And we just thought we got rid of it, and she's been on. And I wondered if it was the chaseberry stuff, because that was what we added in.
Chaseberry will actually work on the nervous system. So that could be there could be a nervous component to it. So if she's better, I'd just wait and see if that doesn't take care of it. You know?
Well, we had her on the loading dose of twice a day.
Yeah.
I'm giving her just once a day. See if that helps. It was just a little bit watery. It really hurts.
Yeah.
So that wasn't so bad, but you could see all down her back. Everything is.
Yeah, she's a great horse. I'm gonna grab some needles, stick some needles in her real quick.
Oh.
So, if it doesn't totally go away, that other stuff's really good.
Otherwise, I don't mind it turning slimy, but I don't think that.
Right. So we're gonna do some acupuncture.
Yeah, I've had it done to me.
So,
You do it too, Sal?
yeah, I do it myself.
No, that's more than I do.
So she's reading a lot, right in here every time. See that?
Yeah,
Well,
it tends to flinch almost everywhere when I fish them.
Yeah, that's good because she has good nerve endings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not bad. A lot of people misread that stuff. So when you study acupuncture, you realize that the bladder vessel goes along here in 2 lines, and there's points. Some people, they used to think there was a meridian here of energy, but it's probably not true. It could be there, but it doesn't have anything to do with acupuncture. In acupuncture, we just have the points. And so this is letter 20 and 21. That's spleen, stomach, vessel. So that has a lot to do with muscle and gastrointestinal stuff. So we're going to just balance it. Now, if we were going to really treat her, we'd have to do maybe every couple of days. So I just want to balance these so that it changes. It helps what I did on the osteopathy. It'll help it kind of integrate neurologically. And then we're not going to try and cure anything with needles because I'd have to do her much more often. And she's not doesn't have anything we need to do that for, you know. And I could probably work on a diarrhea every 3 days. Just be really expensive, and it's a lot cheaper to buy that oat flour. You know? Yeah, there's a lot of things we can do with medicines and just diet that you don't need the needles for. And even if you use needles, you probably still need to change diet. Yeah. So we're gonna I dropped a needle there, and I dropped 3 here, 4 or 5 needles. I dropped 5 needles. Oh, no. There we go. So I'm going to pick this one up off the floor. And I'm going to pick these 3 off the floor. I'm going to pick this one up again. And I've got 2 here. And I want to put 2 more needles in her, so I better go get 2 more and try not to drop. I could just stick the dirty ones in there, but that was too bad.
So we're getting some needles put in you. It's all right. I had it done to me. MD Anderson. Looks pretty good.
Right. These are really small needles. And the skin on a horse is really tight. So when this needle goes in, even if there wasn't a little dirt on it, most likely it just kind of strangles it. We don't use alcohol for a shot because it will solubilize bacterial toxins and carry them in.
Oh, no.
And the horse's skin itself is so tight that you really doesn't do any good. And if we were to put we were worried, we would shave the skin, and then scrub it with a pre-surgical. Like when I do joint injections, a lot of times we'll shave it. If the hair's really short, we don't shave it, but we clean it like we're going to do surgery, and then we stick the needle in the joint and put something in it. Well, you don't clean that really good, and you put something in the joint there, it's going to be a bad deal. So, but for most shots, it's safer to not clean them. So when we put the needles in, we don't clean them.
Yeah, I had the acupuncture in MD Anderson.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it was cancer radiation.
Uh-huh.
And it would last for a half a day or something. I'd feel better.
Sure.
It was for walking, so I could walk on this leg.
Yeah.
Because all that radiation just kind of destroys a lot of stuff down in their bladder and the
Yeah. Well,
prostate cancer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and if you had an acupuncturist that worked on you every day, it can be even more beneficial, but it's hard to do,
I think we did it once a week or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even every other day for a while.
Yeah. It's like anything else. There's a lot of ways to use it. A lot of ways to use it. It's a tool. It's just a tool. And we don't understand it completely, to be honest with you. We're understanding more and more every year. We learned like 1,500 points that we had to memorize.
1,500?
Yes.
My gosh.
I don't remember them all, but I remember if you said the names, I probably remember the name, but wouldn't remember where it is for every one of them. But you don't have to use them all the time. So, and you don't have to use the same guy. 2 guys could use different needles for the same thing. So I'm looking at her responses, and she's licking and chewing there, and the needle can have their response. We're looking for a behavior that's going to be different than if she's just standing here alone without the needles.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll just relax and their eyes will get soft. Sometimes they'll yawn. I've had horses yawn for an hour. I just don't pull the needles on it for Stiliana and I believe mint. And I have no idea if that's the best or necessary, but that's what I do, And see, you're taught by people that are really smart, very highly educated with this, have a lot of experience, but they're not treating this patient. So they might treat it differently. They might treat it better, they might treat it worse. But we all have to come out and treat it the way we as acupuncture, you really have to read your patient. It's all about reading your patient. And the needles help you, and then you treat accordingly. So a lot more to medicine than just giving drugs and doing tests.
She doesn't seem real playful. Like some of my other horses are very playful and they'll nuzzle you and stuff.
Yeah.
I, maybe she had a lot of trauma with the last owners or something. I don't know. It doesn't seem.
Some are
She's starting to do that. I don't know. Born that way. Huh?
Well, I might have foaled out over 4,000 or 5,000 foals in my life. Because we ran big ranches at really expensive places, and no foal was born if I wasn't there. And so, if they needed help, you've got 15 minutes to help a foal, and then the foal dies, and the mare probably dies too. So,
whoa,
yeah, you don't. It's not like a cow. My cows. Well, we'll see how she is tomorrow. On a horse, you got 15 minutes, and if you don't fix it, then they're gonna die. So you got these horses worth millions of dollars, coming out of their mother. So we were right there for thousands and thousands of them for years. And when they came out, I got to where I could feel that spirit coming out. I could almost feel it coming in. It's almost like the spirit comes when they get born. It's not there earlier. That spirit, maybe there's another spirit, but you feel the spirit. It's just what I feel. I feel that, and he comes out, and you just know that horse. And I've known some of those. I've been practicing 43 years. I've spent time with a lot of those horses till they died in their 30s, and they did not change. Their personality did not change
oh, okay.
from when they were born. But let me tell you, some of them come out scared shitless of everything, and they're scared shitless the day they die. And if they're around the wrong person, they're a dumb, dangerous piece of shit because they're like this, scared shitless. Others come out, and you could shoot everybody in the head right in front of them. They go, well, if I'm next, I guess, but otherwise, where's the hay? There's no, and it don't matter what the hell you do to them. So I imagine this is the way she was when she came out, and she ain't gonna change. And these horses that are real reactive, you go up some horses and you accidentally slap them in the face or something, they never get over it. Every time they see you, they're like this. Well, they were born that way. You did not cause them.
Yeah, usually if I do anything around her face, she's like,
yeah, she's probably just that way. And yeah, you can train them to be dumber. Like you can slap them in the face forever until you can train them to be that way and not even know you're doing it. But most horses, they are the way they are because of who they are.
yeah,
But that's what makes training a horse a job.
Yeah.
Now you have to figure out how to handle this one.
yeah.
You get on.
Up here, she's okay.
Yeah, it's doing good.
And I can go like that now. But if I go toward her eye, she's like, no.
Well, she'll get over that sooner or later, because you just desensitize them, But the next guy that comes up, she might be just as leery as she was earlier with you,
Mm-hmm.
because they do learn, but they are who they are. And, one horse, I have a horse, she has a bad memory. I always tell her, her name's Betty. I said, Betty, you have memory problems today? She goes, yeah, I guess so. I can't do this. And all I got to do is act like I'm going to whip the shit out of her. And I'll go, damn it, Betty, you better goddamn do this. I don't even have to touch her. She goes, oh, well, I remember. If I did that to any of my other horses, they would know what the hell to do. Most of my horses are so, they're just trainable, they're trainable.
Yeah.
And they just do. They do. They're working ranch horses, so they know what to do. I just stay out of their way.
Yeah.
Betty, Betty's a special thing. I love Betty. Don't get me wrong. And but Betty has a memory problem. And every time, it could be anything. One day she couldn't get in the trailer. I said, Betty, you don't remember how to get in the trailer? She says, I've never been in a trailer before in my life. I said, bullshit. I followed you last week in a trailer. And she gets in, she says, no, I can't get in that trailer. So I get behind her. We call her Black Betty because if you pick up a black whip, Black Betty was the whip in the prisons in the 19th century. We called it Black Betty. If you had a date with Black Betty, you were in trouble. If you'd get 50 lashes. So I pick up Black Betty, And the four-legged Black Betty says, "Oh, you want me to go in there? Okay." I don't have the whipper or nothing. Sometimes I gotta smack it on the ground a few times. And she jumps in. So they're all different. But Black Betty, she was wild for 4 years. Ran in a herd up in Oregon. And then she's just that's how she got by with shit, I guess. But yeah, I mean, that's just her, and this is just her. So
Okay.
on Black Betty, I could probably, well, I know I could haul off a whipper. She wouldn't care. She'd go, oh well. But if I did that to any of my other horses, they go, oh my god, what are you doing that for? They're why would I ever do it? It's they were born different. And of course, they've had since they were born.
It's a great story. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. They're all different.
Yeah.
People the same way.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. I mean, you'd be surprised what I can't say to my wife. I can say it to anybody else. But
Now you put the needles
in the foot,
over here, not in the one that was swollen.
no, it doesn't matter. I'm not even going after the leg. Believe it or not, this is to balance her vessels. Yeah. Now, if I wanted to go after that leg for sure, I would. But here's the problem. So once a month, or once every 6 months, or every 2 months, I do an adjustment on a horse, and then I just want to balance their vessels. I don't want to treat them with needles, because if I want to go treat them with needles, honestly, I might have to do it every 2 or 3 days, and I'm not going to be able to do that. But if I balance their vessels and I adjust them, it helps. They're mutually symbiotic. They help each other. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. And that's why, like I had a client, she went to an acupuncturist, showed her acupuncturist what I did. And his comment was, well, that's what I would do, except why didn't he treat the liver? And I told her, I said, well, I balance the liver, gallbladder vessel. I didn't treat the liver because I would have to treat it every day. So instead, I put them on the supplement. And I said, remember the supplement I put you on? Yeah. And she goes, yeah. I said, that's for the liver. I said, that costs you $400 for 2 months. It costs you $4,000 if I use the needles every day. And then I'd probably use some herbs anyway in Chinese medicine. So I don't want to treat that with needles, because it would be like, I'd say a piston on a forest fire.
Yeah.
It'd be a great effort to make it look like you cared, but it wouldn't do anything. Yeah. As a matter of fact, it kind of distracts the body. It starts thinking about that leg in a certain way, and it puts balance in. It'll take that balance off. So sometimes when you have a bigger problem, you use less needles. And when they're not so bad, you use more needles. And it just depends. You go to school for 2.5 years, and then you practice after the rest of your life and keep going to school and keep reading and keep doing things. So I watched her have that reaction a few minutes ago. She had a big reaction with her.
Yeah, I saw it.
And yawning. And now she's a little more quiet and her eyes are a little calm. So we're going to pull the needles. Another one on. Yeah, so this looks chronic to me. I don't remember it, but it looks old on this leg, and it's not giving you a problem.
This is right after a bath. We washed a lot of it off. It's all black and.
Oh yeah, but no, I was talking about this down here.
Oh, that.
This swelling.
Yeah.
It looks a little old. Let's just be easy on it. She's not sore on it anywhere. So
she had a little bit of that always.
Yeah. I'll bet she,
always looked a little bit stopped up, and I just figured.
Yeah, and I may have
slow work.
I didn't look at her old records. I look at the old records when I do an acupuncture or osteopathy, because it can, sometimes it can bias you. But I'll bet that's old. And
yeah, pretty sure.
I wouldn't worry about it. I just, if you decide to put her in the Kentucky Derby, we'll do something. Other than that, she's probably fine. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm going to put these needles up.